Hey baby, you wanna go to the Pizza Hut inside the Target? Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Target!
Hello friends and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise, swearsies, it's just a fact, and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up. Today we're diving into r/TalesofNeckbeards once more. It's actually from my personal subreddit r/ReddX and it is not a continuation of any sort of saga. We've just got two seemingly one-off stories. There might be more to them, but at the moment there is only one story posted for each of these things. We've got one from our lovely patron, Princess Rosalie, and another from a user that I haven't interacted with before, Religious Otaku. Religious Otaku's talking about a military neckbeard, which definitely rings some bells for me. And Princess Rosalie's talking about a Dragon Ball Z neckbeard, which, yeah, that kind of hits some spots for me as well. So hopefully these stories don't end up secretly being about your humble narrator, but you never can tell. Like I said, I did have a neckbeardy phase. I talked about it a little bit yesterday in the Witcher beard video, and people seemed somewhat surprised by that, which I don't get. Because how else could one develop such a passion for neckbeards and neckbeard researching unless it was a bridge that they had to cross themselves at some point? But anyways, we'll just see what we got here today. We'll get some plugs and disclaimers out of the way, and then we will dive right into some of this Tales of Neckbeards cringe. Sinbeard, the military neckbeard / weeb. Oh my. Hey ReddX, hi Religious Otaku, love your videos, and I figured that I would add to the neckbeard stories with one of my own that I had pushed out of my mind until the most recent video on the neckbeard anime nerd that was racist towards the OP. Which one is that? That rings a lot of bells. It's kind of a common trope, if I'm honest. But I do appreciate you sharing your story with us. Sorry that I had to bring it to the forefront of your mind, but also maybe you're welcome. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but I do know that there are a lot of moments that I look back on and go, why the hell was I friends with him? Now, I'm gonna call him something like Gundam Beard because he had so many models of Gundam. But then I remembered that there already is a Gundam Beard. That's what I was gonna say. So he is now Sinbeard, and that is because he was a major fan of the anime The 7 Deadly Sins. Hey, now we're getting creative. I do appreciate you respecting the naming regulations of the beards. Gundam Beard was nowhere near a popular enough beard to take the name 100%, but I do like Sinbeard pretty good as well. I've watched several episodes of this anime, but let's just say that he was one of the major reasons that I do not watch this anime regularly. He didn't look like a neckbeard. He was fit and clean-shaven, but it is the beard on the inside that counts. Yes, indeed. Check it out, Teespring. Oh, what's good? What's going on? I hope you pick it up. And yes, Sinbeard was indeed a neckbeard through and through. I have a lot of stories about him, and I can definitely tell more if anyone is interested. Either way, let's get started. Oh yeah, no cast list or nothing, we just hitting it. Proud of you, OP. For context, high school sucks. A lot. Yeah, that happens. My parents talked about getting divorced, and I was not in the best place mentally during that time. I had a lot of friends that were supportive, and I will be grateful to them, but Sinbeard is somebody that I should have avoided. In short, he was clingy to an extreme degree. He had his own issues at home, and I was timid. Ergo, this turned into the dark version of an introvert being adopted by an extrovert. Oh no, not the kind of extrovert you want to be adopted by. A beard? Bro, you're gonna have to change your own litter box, feed yourself. He can't even take care of himself. It was easy due to the fact that we went to the same church. He was, unfortunately, one of those guys that really takes to heart the whole thing where it says that the man is the head of his household, like how Christ is the head of the church. I think this is why my mom put it into my head that while the husband is the head of the household, the wife is the neck, pointing the head in the right direction. That's far too accurate, man. I say that I'm the gas and my wife is the engine, you know? We can make a lot of money, we could gas it up however we want, but without the engine, we are not going anywhere. So yeah, discussion about family structures aside, he had a lot of crushes, and this caused him to try and attach himself to anyone that he found remotely interesting to a big degree, to the point where his parents were legitimately worried. Now, his parents were cool, and they actually really liked me, mainly due to the fact that we had the same sense of humor. Sinbeard had found a girl that he was interested in, and talked to me about her while we were playing Skyrim. OP, probably worried, but trying to be cordial. She sounds awesome, man. Congrats. Sinbeard, thanks, OP. She looks exactly like Sheba. That is a fake name, but she was a girl that we had both been friends with, and one that he also had a heavy crush on, but she, obviously, did not return the favor. Yeah, just like her, but with bigger boobs. Oh boy, OP. Interesting. Sinbeard says, yeah, we're actually gonna have a date today. Do you want to come with us? Third wheel? No, what? Why? This caught me off guard entirely, and I just stared dumbfounded. OP, wait, what? Sinbeard, yeah, I figured my best friend should meet her. You can walk around Target or something while we eat at the Pizza Hut in there. Oh, God. What a first date. Hey, baby, you want to go to the Pizza Hut inside the Target? Yeah. I'm treating you tonight. Holy shit. OP, are you sure? Don't you think that'll be a little awkward? Sinbeard, nah, it should be fine. I was about to give him an answer, hopefully no, when his mom actually called me to help with something, which I took that opportunity to get the hell out of this conversation. In the kitchen, she and Sinbeard's dad were there, which made me a little nervous, to say the least. Sinbeard's mom said, OP, we need to ask you something. OP, yeah, what's up? Sinbeard's dad, could you do a favor for us? OP, what's the favor? Sinbeard's dad, can you go with Sinbeard to his date? OP, really? Oh, what the hell? Sinbeard's dad, I know it's weird, but we would feel more comfortable if you had someone else there. We can give you some money so you can get something from there. We just want to make sure that everything goes well. It would go a lot better without me, I promise. Third wheel's only gonna make it awkward. But then again, I really don't know much about this Neckbeard, you know. He could be like total predator status. Maybe the parents know something that I don't. So okay, yeah, go OP. Along for the ride, why not? Looking back, I don't know if I should have said no or made up something that would let me get the hell out of this situation, but I had a tendency to be that friend that is always helping others but does nothing to help themselves. So, of course, I said yes. God damn, selfless as hell, which is a great trait, but not in every case. OP says, yeah, I guess I can do that. Sinbeard's mom said, we really appreciate it. You're such a good influence on him, and maybe you can rub off on him a little more. That joke is too easy. I'm not gonna go there. OP, I got it. I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah. Safe to say, it was not fine. It was just as awkward as you think that it would be. His dad drove us there and gave us a couple of hours to spend in a Target. The girl that Sinbeard was going out with was pretty off-put too by this, but she tried to brush it off. Sinbeard:
"Hi, date. This is OP. He's just gonna hang out while we're here."
Date, visibly uncomfortable: "Hi, nice to meet you." OP: "Hi." Oh, that's good stuff. After a few more little awkward sentences, I excused myself, got a slice of pizza and a pretzel, and then got the hell out of there as fast as I could. From what I saw, it seemed like everything went all right. After the date, we got picked up and I went home. A few weeks after that, I got a text from him saying that
they had stopped dating because she was stingy and didn't want to go as far as he wanted or something like that.
Yeah, sounds like a real good church-going boy, doesn't he? I guess lust is the first sin of Sinbeard. I can't really remember, and I don't have the phone that the texts were on anymore, but this was definitely one of the first signs of how bad Sinbeard actually was, and it was what ultimately made me drop him as a friend, when his stupid antics would have messed up my wedding big time. If people are interested, I could definitely tell that story, along with plenty of other stories involving relationships and anime, street races, waifus, and cringe. That good old cringe. But either way, I hope you enjoyed the story, and I got plenty more where that came from. Have a good day or night or whatever the hell you're having. And beware of beards. Oh, bro, I was hoping for so much more. Yes, third wheeling on a date to Target. That is some delicious cringe, but I do need more, OP. I'm going to say that. You can't just drop street races and waifus and walk out. If you give a mouse a cookie, you know what I'm saying? He's going to want some cringe. So yes, of course, I would love to see more. If you have time, if you see this video, if you're still hanging around the subreddit. This was posted 24 days ago. I'm digging back a little bit in the subreddit, but I do hope that you're still chilling and still willing to offer us some more cringe of Sinbeard. But with that story wrapped, let's see what our patron Princess Rosalie has for us over in the DBZ beard story. My brief interactions with DBZ beard. Yeah. A short cast list first. OP, short, chubby, somewhat naive, neckbeard bait. Autistic, but I didn't know that back then. I'm also the OP from the Liberty Beard story. Hey, I do remember that. I'm gonna stick it in the description if y'all want some of that. This took place before that one, for the most part. Frenchie was my high school boyfriend, also appears in Liberty Beard, I believe. He's kind of a scumbag, but not in this story in particular. Skinny, white boy stereotype, nerdy. Rolling Backpack was Frenchie's little brother, an asshole to me who made me cry several times on purpose. If I beat him in a game, he would try and get me kicked out of the house by crying to mommy. Tall, chubby, awkward, has been known to pressure women into hanging out and more. Ugh. Definitely a beard as well. You're just surrounded by him, OP. How do you escape? Mommy Dearest was their mother. Not a great woman. She would play nice to your face and then talk shit behind your back. Also abused her children physically, on occasion. Whew. DBZ beard, chubby, medium height, very nerdy. He is autistic, but that doesn't give you a pass on everything. You got that right, OP. Boundaries is boundaries, no matter your condition. He knew what he was doing in at least some of these situations. He is obsessed with gaming and anime, and severely coddled by his parents. Frequently uses being autistic as an excuse for basically anything, even if it doesn't make any sense. And now, to the actual story. Hi, Red, if you're reading this, love your content. Aw, thanks, Rosalie. I appreciate your patronage. And of course, sharing the stories with the channel. It does mean a lot. Glad to see you still hanging around. So, this is definitely a short one because after the first time I spoke to this kid, I knew that I wanted nothing to do with him. That bad, huh? He was my boyfriend's younger brother's best friend when we were in high school. Boyfriend's younger brother's best friend. Okay, I got it. My first interaction with DBZ Beard was over Xbox Live. We were all like pretty early into high school, or maybe late middle school age. I don't remember what game we were playing, but I just remember him being particularly annoying. People would ask him to stop doing things, politely, multiple times, and he just never would. Yeah, that sounds like my experience on Xbox Live, man. Oh, God. Good times, bad times, you know I've had my share. For what I recall, it was just general griefing or saying inappropriate things like slurs. Yep, that's Xbox Live, all right. After that, I didn't really want to play if he was playing. I was already annoyed by my friends when we played due to them having played the games longer and just not explaining things to me when I didn't get it. Yeah, not great friends. You understand it helps the whole team out when you're sharing your little tips and tricks, right? What the hell? So, yeah, he was the last straw in a way. It made me upset to play with him, and the point of playing to me was to relax for a bit, as it always should be in gaming, although rarely is, especially if you're a sweaty tryhard like I am. He just always thought that he was hot shit and the best at every game, when in reality, when he played on PC, he cheated and had aimbots and such, and would tell us that
he was only doing so bad because he was on console, but he totally wrecked us on PC.
Yeah, because you got an aimbot. What? To clarify, he was not very good at games, unless he used a cheesy strategy, and then he would complain when there was an update that fixed the game to where you couldn't use that strategy or ability anymore. Being bad at games is fine. I'm bad at games, but I have fun playing them, and I also don't walk around going like,
oh, I'm the best gamer ever.
Because I'm totally not. I get my shit handed to me by 10-year-olds who have 8 hours a day to play games. The secret is you don't base your whole personality on whether you're good at video games or not. It's a very difficult concept to understand, but I know that you can do it. Come on, DBZ Beard. The first time I met him in person, he wasn't that bad. Frenchie and I were dropping off some game that Rolling Backpack had wanted to give him or let him borrow, and he was nice and tolerable during this brief interaction. He had a puppy, though, that was not being taken perfect care of, not being taken out enough. I got this information from Frenchie and also just by seeing the dog. I wasn't fond of dogs at this point, so I stayed a ways away. Don't come at me, though. I got a Great Dane mix who's about to turn 1 this month, and I love dogs now. You shouldn't feel pressured into liking any animals, OP. If you don't like dogs at that point in your life, that's fine, you know. But if you do have a dog and you're not taking it out, then I'm gonna come for you. You chose to take this animal's life into your hands, so fucking take care of it. It's so basic. Now occasionally I'd still end up playing with DBZ Beard after me and Frenchie got PS4s because not a lot of other people in our friend group had them yet. We were playing Broderlands, hey, I love that, and chatting one day, and then he spoils the Bunkers and Badasses DLC for me. Oop. I was livid. I didn't really let that leak into our conversation too much because I thought I'd be a bit of a bitch if I was mean to him just because he was being autistic. Honestly, I should have said something though, just been calm about it. Yeah, again, you don't have to be super mean about it, but you do need to let him know where the line is and when something they did is not cool. The DLC was super exciting for me, as I would play the main story of the game more than once since I normally couldn't afford DLC or more games. So yeah, that really sucked. But oh well, he also knew that it was my first time playing it. Honestly, that's probably the least egregious thing that he's done, spoiling some DLC. Like, saying racial slurs on Xbox Live, egregious. Not taking your dog out and taking care of the animal that you've chosen, heinous. Spoiling DLC, yeah, it sucks, but okay. I can at least partially understand how that could happen. The breaking point where I could not stand this beard anymore was when Mommy Dearest hosted a graduation party for Frenchie. I had to bring my 2 younger siblings to this. They were at the time like 9 and 7, I believe. At an 18-year-old party, bruh, that's not gonna be good. Or is this middle school graduation? I assume graduation party is like a real graduation, i.e. high school or college. But I guess we'll see. So yeah, there were a lot of people at this party. Their families, both Frenchie and Roller Backpack's friends and family friends. There was alcohol in the basement, which was where our group usually chilled during big parties like this. Most of our friend group grabbed 1 Mike's Hard Lemonade. A single beer would be the equivalent. Roller Backpack got angry about this, but their dad had allowed it. Mommy Dearest, though, would not approve of his choice. Roller Backpack tattled to Mommy Dearest, and we had to quickly down and throw away our drinks. A lot of us headed upstairs after this. I already knew that my mom was okay if I had a single drink like this at a party where there were responsible adults. I also knew that 1 drink would not get me drunk. So I felt okay doing this even though my siblings were there. Note, DBZ Beard did not drink anything. After we came up from the basement, my siblings and I went outside since their front lawn and porch was pretty nice. This is the part that made me really upset. My siblings were picking leaves off of a hedge and throwing them at each other. I asked them to stop after I noticed, since it's rude to tear up plants like that and make a mess. Then DBZ Beard joins in and starts throwing leaves at them, so I ask him to stop. He says,
They don't mind.
referring to my siblings. They didn't at that point, but he kept going for a couple of minutes. Then they started to get uncomfortable and asked him to stop. He didn't. I again asked this teenager, who apparently has less boundaries than literal children, to stop once more. And we ended up going inside because he just would not stop. It's so ridiculous, dude. This was the last time that I ever interacted with him from what I can remember. Anyways, being autistic does not excuse you from crossing clearly set boundaries by others, as I said. Anyways, thanks for reading. The guy wasn't, like, horrible, just annoying. I would say that he had delusions of grandeur because of the way that his parents coddled him, and also that he thinks he's entitled to do whatever he wants to do to people. Yep, those are my 2 qualifications. So while he does fit into the neckbeard box, I'm gonna call him a beard light, you know? I think he's just trying to do what the cool kids do and find his own way to be included. I mean, it's hard being autistic, dude. You don't necessarily know where the line is. And while that could be helped out a whole hell of a lot if he was like, I don't know, taking cues from other people. It's just hard to say, oh yeah, he's a totally terrible person. You know what I'm saying? So while this beard wasn't like the most egregious thing that we've ever seen, I do have to agree with OP's suggestion that he's definitely annoying, and he could get a lot worse if some boundaries aren't drawn for him in the very near future. He's quite obviously not listening to his peers, so yeah, his parents need to pull back on the reins just a little bit, lest we get a story that is a lot more tragic. Couple of light tales today. I like it. We could shove one more in here, but I'm gonna call that a good video. Great job, everybody. Thanks for listening this far. I do hope that you like, comment, and or subscribe. If you did enjoy it, maybe share it around. That is always appreciated. Check out them links in the description. All kinds of plugs and playlists and my social medias, of course. Facebook, Twitter, Discord. Oh, and my gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, generous patrons. I'd like to thank them as I do every video, so thank you very much.
Robert Waits, Band on Waggy Pants, River, TSM Kirby, USMC, Aaron W, Twisted Child, Delicious Jelly Donut, Candy Source, Cinema Susie, Fatboy Shrimp, Fire Drake, Gigabot, Latin, Lewison, Mr. Random Manga Fan, Murik, Silent Revolver, Zero MX, Magdalene Marshall Thornrose, Captain Clown Show, Cherish Kitsune, Little Luna, Vanilla Mao, Rastower, Satori, Anunnaki, Asian Persuasion Station, Babsy, Bitch Gremlin, hey, Bitch Gremlin, that's a new one for sure, Caustic Fox, Commander A Tank, yeah, another new one, god damn, it's going so hot today. Thanks, guys. Dinosaur Nightlight, Disposable Waifu, Aaron Lennox, Fisher Diggy, Gypsy, Hadrian BR, Heathcliff, A Pimp Named J Crisp, JM Coon, Jerry, John Hero, Simbufa, because if you boof it is free. Miss Monday, Lexi Loves Jojo, Lord Lionel, Lori Ellis, Marble Jerry. That is yet another Jerry. Zacket's Rule, Meltdown the Destroyer, Mirthful Maker, Mr. J, my boy Nat One Nick, Lady Nick, Sword Game Steve, Phantom of the Pines, Katie Kins, Elizabeth, Sidestep, Puggy, Rosemary Miller, Cider Drinker, Serrated Ash, Siegfried Staples, Yeet, Synaptic Boomstick, Brilliant Margo, Tapioca, Boogaloo, Tato Ferret, Teddy the Police, Then Tuck a Bug, The One True Fusky, Treeberg, Womack, Zero Blacktails, Kira M, Kitzikin, Redwind, Goose Honk, Leon Ember, Snogga Viper, Saint Blessing, John Endorser, Noma Joe, Emmer, A-Roxers, Banished Knight, Babushka's Radiated Jam, Cake Jerry, that is yet another third, but actually first because he joined up before, Jerry. Is that too much description? I think it's too much description. California Keto Girl, Chris Meska, Cinnamon Buddy Dog, Defon, Ghost of Alpha, KJW, Kajow, Crafty Kit Kat, Life of a Guardian, Little Wayne Woods, Mark 211, maybe next time, Milk Fed, Gimp, Miss Duchess, Organic Ham Princess, Rosalie, the OP of our story, thank you so much, ×2 today. Ghosty, Ryga, god damn, the OP of the Serpent Beard Saga has joined us on Patreon. Absolutely beautiful, welcome to it, Ryga. Raptor X, Spoonie the Rogue, Steampunk Ellie, The Last Shinobi, The Necrobomicon, and Token Black Kid.
Oh, the Necrobomicon has been usurped for the last name in the list. Welcome, Token Black Kid. That's 4 new patrons today. Absolutely crazy. Thank you guys so very much for supporting the channel in the way that you do. I hope some other people will consider joining up on the Patreon. End of the month, right around the corner. But if you can't do it right now, don't sweat it too hard, friends. I mostly just appreciate you coming on through, hanging out with me, and I hope that you'll come on back and hang out with me again tomorrow. In order to do so, you need to keep yourself safe out there. Wash your hands, but also take some time out and do something that you personally enjoy today. Maybe like, watching some more ReddX videos. I hope. Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, and you definitely deserve it. I shall see you in the next one, and until then, friends, bye-bye.